What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at some dragons. Is it dragons, to be exact? And there's a few things that I think could make this work as a post-rotation deck, but let's talk about those here in a second. So we do need some removal. We're going with Burst Lightning because it's just cheap to cast since so many of our dragons are going to be 4 and 5 mana. We're sadly still going to have to play some Ghost Vacuums because graveyard stuff is everywhere. We do get some Dispelling Exhale, which isn't bad because we can stop some of those reanimation spells early, which is good. And then we have some Dragon Lord Servant. I'm not the biggest fan of this card, but it is a 1/3 and it makes our dragons cheaper, so we're going to give it a go. Molten Exile's our other removal spell. Usually we'll be able to play this at instant speed because we will have a dragon, so that should be nice. And we're playing a full set of Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, just because it does get us the treasure, and going from 2 to 4 is actually pretty big in this deck. But honestly, 3 to 5 is even better. Magmatic Hellkite. This is one of those ways we can slow decks down just a little bit. If we can get a Sarkhan that gets us a treasure, or just get a Dragon Lord Servant that lives, then hitting him with the Hellkite right after that can start to unlock the rest of the game. Now, originally I had a couple of the orbs in this spot so we could ramp up and then give something haste, which I think the deck still really wants. But I wanted a little bit of early defense since we still don't have much at the 3 mana slot here. So I went with Runescale Stormbrood because it can counter stuff that's 2 or less, which is a big chunk of the removal spells in black. But it also does give us a 2/4 creature that often is going to be attacking as a 4/4 creature. And then we kind of split the difference here between Bonehorde Dracosaur, being able to get us more resources, giving us a big first striker, and Dragonhawk Fate's Tempest, because sometimes it's just damage off the top that kills your opponent. And of course we're playing Twin Flame Tyrant because if we can have 1 or 2 creatures survive, sometimes this attacking is just lethal, or your other creatures attacking on the turn you play this will be lethal. And if nothing goes our way, well, we have Meringue River Regent, so hopefully we can just bounce stuff and just keep getting the aggressive action going. Now again, because we're playing this as a future deck with rotation in mind, we aren't going to be able to play some of the lands that exist right now. So we did go with just what are legal lands and a couple of Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, because we can always go search for a dragon, and Soulstone Sanctuary, which can turn into a dragon. Not sure it'll matter, but we'll see. But if you've been looking for a dragon deck to play and this works out, then at the end of the video, check out the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can download this and try it. But also, if you want to buy anything and you want to save some money, check out Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on anything you buy on their website. Just put in the code. For now, though, let's go see if Sarkhan gets his time in the sun post-rotation. Alrighty, let's try it. Feel like we need a good bit of help, but you never know. These are their hands, though, where you kind of want to get a Sarkhan instead of a Dragon Lord Servant, so you can guarantee to have the extra mana. But we'll see what happens. There's still people out here rocking mono red, so don't think it's completely gone away. Though keeping up a Burst Lightning would have been nice there. Or the Molten Exile, either would have been fine. I just want an untapped land next turn is what I would like. Well, you're sadly a thing we can do nothing about. Alright. Really would have liked to land, because now I think we're just up against it. There's almost nothing we could do. And a Lightning Strike, I would just take out my Dragon Lord Servant here. Really, opponent? Wow. I would have taken out the Servant. If you were able to. Maybe they can't. I mean, and you're not attacking? What's even happening right now? That would have just been a guaranteed 2 points at a minimum, right? 3 points, because it would have got 1 off of the Hired Claw. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, we still need a land, so we're not out of the woods by any stretch. All right, another Emberheart Challenger, sure. You gotta attack this time, right? There you go. I was gonna say, like, we're not gonna do this twice. That would have been crazy. All right, and then I'll block one of these just because. I was like, how sick would it have been if they just slow rolled playing a mountain there and then just shock our dude? We'd have been so wrecked. All right, you know what? We can use this mana to cast dragons. I'm in. Finally, some progress. I mean, I'm probably losing this because I'm going to throw it in front of something. But, yeah, Challenger, you may just have to eat it here, buddy. I was going to say, I'm going to block. Come on, untap land. You got it. That'll work. All right, now we're turning this around. And the next turn, we basically have lethal. That's 10, 18, and 2. Not quite. We'd have to shoot them. Well, I guess if we get an untapped land, we will. Can we lose from here? I guess there's no point in attacking, right? Because if we don't attack, we just can't lose. If we attack, I don't know, weird things could happen. Yeah, you can have a Screaming Nemesis all day. I'll just take 3. I mean, you might as well attack with a Screaming Nemesis because you ain't blocking the dragons. Like, that's the thing. And it's not in my best interest to block that either. Come on, untap land. Oh, let's say, or make a treasure. Like, either way, all of those are good things. All right, that should do it. Because now we just cast this. I guess I could have cast Sarkhan first, but whatever. Then attack with these guys. Get the other attack. And then we shoot them for, actually 4. Not even just 2. Not too bad. And I don't have to feel too bad about that win, because had the opponent attacked that turn they didn't, we would have just been at 12 anyway, so not even really close to losing. So we got a little lucky there. Yeah, this is a tough one. Boy. I'm gonna mulligan. I don't know why, I just couldn't bring myself to keep that hand. Wow, Meringue, you gotta go away. That's pretty easy here. Alright. Intriguing. You know, I just realized for all the red cards like deal damage, exile, whatever, Molten Exile doesn't. It just gives you the option of possibly being hasty, which is kind of wild. I assume you'll take my Molten Exile. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you're just trying to guarantee you stick the next card, then you take the exile, play whatever you want to play on turn 3. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't fault him for that. Now it just comes down to how are they going to just remove something here? We'll see what happens. I do really need to draw an untapped red source, though. Well, didn't matter. Yeah, and Cut Down won't be around soon, so like, I don't even know if I should be featuring the games where it involves other cards that are going to be rotating, because it's kind of, I don't know, doesn't really fit the project here, but it's not like it's the worst thing. So I counter that, and then you get to take something. Ugh. Alright, fine. Doesn't really matter. I think mostly because I want to be able, if we can draw an untapped red source, I want to play the Magmatic Hellkite here. Because I can lock down one of their lands. Well, we didn't get it, so it didn't matter. I was going to say, that would have been sick, though, because then we get to just lock down a land, and then they only have 2 mana, and that would have been awesome. But obviously, that did not work out. So that's a bit tough. Is this one of those, like, Orzhov Sacrifice things, graveyardy kind of decks? I don't know why I showed him that. I should have just showed him the Hellkite. Not that I could cast either right now, so, you know, it's whatever. We're both kind of stuck on mana for different reasons. I mean, now they know we have the Dispelling Exile, so that's super unfortunate. They get to choose what we get to counter here. So that's a little bit sad. Come on, untap red source. Please and thank you. Well, obviously we got to counter that. That's a given. Doesn't even matter. Like, we're just not going to get there. All right, I'm assuming they have another Sephiroth since they just ran that one in. All right, I'll just prepare the GGs. Oh, well, they didn't have it. All right. Not to say they can't get a bunch of stuff out of the graveyard, which is very possible. My goodness, really? The crazy part of this whole thing is that we're still not dead yet. Like, we could theoretically lock down a land, play Twin Flame Tyrant, and maybe win? Actually, no, because they get to play blockers. Or they get blockers from the Infestation Sage dying. Plus, they're very likely to just have like a go for the throat or something here. So yeah, this game was more about us just not getting mana than anything. I think had we hit our mana, we might have been okay, but just didn't happen. Yeah, whatever removal spell you have, just hit us with it here. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, because now we take 4, go to 5. Like, even if we got an untapped land here, which we didn't, kind of our best case scenario. Doesn't really matter which one we hit, huh? Yeah. Yeah, if this creature dies here, we just don't have it out. If there was an untapped land, maybe, because we could have had a first striker, which could have helped. But, alright, cool. Yeah, we weren't coming back from that. Oh, okay. I'm going to keep this with the idea that at least one of these servants lives and we get dragons and lands. But this is a terrible hand to keep. I mean, I can't cast 2 of my spells. I don't have any burn spells for their shenanigans that are about to happen. So I'm pretty sure we just die here. So, I mean, you just play Hydra, and I don't have a burn spell. Okay, there's a bill. Plus a counter. 2 counters. Look at that. Alright, well, that could have been worse, all things considered. Come on, deck. Find me a 4-mana dragon, please. Or something. Yeah, well, this is kind of what we were afraid of could happen. Yeah, we're just going to pass. There's not a lot we can do here. We can counter some stuff. That's the best we got. And a counter's pretty weak if they go land 2-mana thing here, which they did play the land. You know, though, if we're alive, we could do some Meringue River Regent shenanigans. Oh, this is going to get overprotect. Oh, Tifa's Limit Break. We do not like that. That ain't cool. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever had that cast against me. That's wild. Respect, though. Because if I didn't have that, that could have set me up to lose next turn. Which is crazy. Cool card, though. Problem is now if they have a land, that trick doesn't work twice for us. And if I were to get a Meringue River Regent, what does this turn look like? Like, am I having to chump off? Okay. That's a thing. So I can play this for 3, but then I still can't play this. I could play this and then leave up 2 mana. Alright, well, let's just see what happens. Because I can at least still hard counter with this. Don't love it, but if it's all we got, you know, it's all we got. Yep, you got it. Attacking. We're going to go no blocks again, see what they decide to do. More Tifa's Limit Breaks. No, we just take 6. I say just 6. I mean, it's still a big hit. All right. Oh, no. That is not what we were looking for. Well, we got to play something here. We can't just keep sitting back. We've just drawn too many mana sources. We kept a bad hand, though. We know what the risk, knew what the risk was here. All right. Good news is we can still counter something they have to pay for. I probably should have attacked there with at least one of these. Yeah, we kind of just need to draw a Meringue River Regent, and I have a feeling... Okay, well, there's that at least. That I feel like they're still going to have... Like, what's it called? The, +1/+1 and hexproof, indestructible, whatever. And if they have an overprotect here, we're still basically dead. I mean, I'm going to block with one of my servants, but if they have it, we die anyway. So, sure. Actually, I guess not quite. We would take 7. Yeah. So now we would take 8. Okay. Yeah, still could have been worse, the way things started. Now, if there were ever a time to draw a Meringue River Regent, this is it. That's not a River Regent. Now, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to do this. It's going to be one of my top 2 cards. And it's going to be very sad. Because we don't want that to be the case. You know what? I mean, maybe there's a world this matters. I don't know. I'm going to play as though they don't have Overprotect. Or a thing that gives them trample. Because otherwise, we just lose anyway. Oh, yeah. Looks like they have it. Good job if you do, I guess. I can't do anything about it. I just got to give ourselves the chance to try to win. Nope, they have it. No, they don't. Oh, we're going to pull this off? No, I still need a way to pump this to 4 first. Oh, wait. What do we have in our graveyard? Just those guys, and you have Llanowar Elves? You're not getting anything from a yard. I'd rather have this, dude. Ah, dang it. So I can attack for 5, 6, 7. The top card would be 8, 9. Ah, boy. Are they playing any type of fights? But I mean, I guess there's... Okay, let's attack. Okay, we did get a land. So I could crack this. I mean, it gets us 2 bodies. Let's do it. So if they do have a fight spell, they need 2 of them. I don't know how we're even in this. This hand was terrible to start this game. If they have anything with trample, we're dead. If they don't, I think we won this. Oh! Okay, let's keep this. This is tough on the draw, because if we were on the play, this hand would be excellent, actually. Being able to play Sarkhan, have the treasure, unlock like 2 cards the next turn, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, you're playing blue-white. What are we hoping to do here? Alright, because I think they might have a... Oh, they didn't have a counter. Ooh. I was thinking if they had a counter, I wouldn't necessarily want a Sarkhan there, but if it was just to get lost, man, Sarkhan was the play. Damn, that's tough. Alright, well, let's go Sarkhan. See if you want to counter this. They do not, which works well in our favor. Let's show them... Meringue River region, because it's more likely we're going to cast the Coil and Catch side, unless we have to counter here. If their plan is just kill Sarkhan, I mean, I guess we just let Sarkhan die. We're not that excited about it. Alright, Surveil. This is a little weird, too, because we're probably having to play around a board sweeper or something. Oh, boy. How do we want to go about this? You know what? I feel like we're going to attack with Sarkhan, and he's probably going to get met with a ride down or something. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to kill that, actually. Because we're not doing anything else here. Let them resolve that first. And then we'll just kill this guy. Show them the same card. Alright. And why not? Okay, sure. The funny thing is, I actually don't necessarily want the servant, so I think I'm gonna ditch it here. I was hoping there'd be a land or something there, but that's fine. Oh, dang it. Wish I would have had something else there. Ooh, and we did not find a land. That sucks for us. So what are our options? Do this, find a land. Have the Bonehorde Dracosaur as a backup. Alright, we did find a land. Alright. I'm gonna assume they have Sunfall or something here. Day of Judgment, same difference. Alright. This should be a deck that's hard for us to beat, though, honestly. Oh, they're just drawing right now. Wow. Okay, well, there's a chance we could get lucky here. Wow, that was not good. I was hoping we get at least one of the 3/1 dinosaurs off this by drawing a creature. Let's see. If we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would still be able to counter if we use... Because, I mean, we get 5 instead of... Or 4 instead of 2. That makes way more sense. So let's just attack. And I will fire this off with Kicker. And then just end the turn. Well, an argument can be made that leaving up an extra 4 for Meringue River region is probably fine. But I think we're going to go with this. I could have countered that, but I'd rather, exactly, counter things like this. Alright, so they get their Deuter. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have things. What do we do with things? If we play Twin Flame, we attack them for 10, but then we just lose access to the other cards. So we might as well... Let's see, what is that? A Fountain Port? Don't we have any creature lands? Saving Meringue, does that do anything? Well, regardless, we're going to attack here. I'm going to do this. Get rid of that. And I'm trying to wonder, like, what's the worst thing that happens here? We probably take 6. And then they sweep the board. And then what? Actually, I guess we just end the turn. If they sweep the board, I want to use one of these meringues to dig for cards. I think is the plan here. And that'll still leave me with 3, 6, 7, 8 mana, which is actually a decent amount. Okay. That's not terrible for us. I'm assuming they have at least one kill spell here. Or not. Alright, I'll take that. Man, I could not get a duder. There we go, finally. I was going to say to save our lives here. But I'm... Ooh. No, I'm going to take this because this is a creature after a sweeper. Alright. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But they could still make us pay 3 for something, potentially. So what if we did this? Kill the token, hit them for a bunch. I mean, if I'm going to do that, though, I might as well just cast one of the Meringue River Regents, right? Like, that should just be the play here. And then just attack. Alright. So now they kind of have to have a sweeper, and if so, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. They didn't even try... Well, attacking would have done nothing there anyway. And, alright, cool. I was about to say I'm not going to use the adventure side here, or whatever, the omen side, but I am now because they tapped out for us. Wow. Damn. Yeah, man, even direct damage is actually kind of okay here. I can play Sarkhan. That'll leave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the treasure is 7, plus the land is 8. Man, regretfully, I'm getting rid of that. Oh, you're not bad either. Jeez. All right. I'm going to assume they are playing something else here, but let's go with this. How much mana is going to leave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I can still only do one of these, so I'm probably just going to cast Bonehorde Dracosaur here. Play the land? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Let's say, am I looking for a counter or something here? Or Cavern of Souls, maybe here? Okay, here's an interesting thing. If I do this, then attack, the opponent might spend mana to get rid of something, and then Dragonhawk could hit them for a bunch with the Twin Flame Tyrant after the fact? Oh, they don't even have a counter, y'all. Oh my. Alright, well, sure. And we haven't played a land yet, so then we just Twin Flame Tyrants? Shoot you? Oh, it wasn't enough. I mean, we have more dragons anyway, so if they sweep the board here, we just go Dragon. 3 steps ahead is digging. This is good news, though, because it says they don't have a sweeper. So if they have one here, we just double down on dragons again. Oh, they had temporary lockdowns. Yeah, that doesn't do much against our deck. That gets like 2 things. I'm assuming they don't have it. Yeah, come on. If you get Day of Judgment off the 1 card, that's sick. All right. Cool. Yeah, I played that game kind of sloppy because I was playing around stuff and we didn't get a Cavern of Souls, but that's kind of okay. It still worked out for us. Just having a bunch of big creatures they couldn't deal with still get you wins. Ooh, okay. This is the all removal hand and a Dragon Lord Servant. You know what? I'm going to keep this because we're making content, but who knows what the hell's going to happen here. The last hand I said that was garbage and we shouldn't have won with, we somehow got out of trouble. So, I mean, stuff happens, I guess. Oh, if this is the life gain deck, though, we can kill a great many things here, so this might work out, sadly. Or surprisingly, I could say, sadly for them. Yeah, because I guess they play something, we exhale, Molten Exhale, then we Molten Exhale, and then hopefully leave this up in case they have, like, Raise the Past or some such. We'll put this on Dragon. And I'm going to pass a turn here now that we can play stuff at instant speed because we have a Dracosaur. But I assume they will try to Shelter by Ghost or some such. Or not. Alright, well, if you ain't got anything else, we'll just keep you from gaining some extra life here. Those little guys can't really attack efficiently there, so that works for us. Now, here's the fun part. We can play this because if they do have a Shelter by Ghost, we can still just pay for and get rid of their guy. Or cat, woman, person. Yep, told you there was going to be a Shelter by Ghosts. Sometimes you just know things. They still can attack here efficiently, which is great. Oh, that's also good. I think here we just wait now. Let them go to try to play a creature so they can get their life off of their Leonin Vanguards or whatever. We'll attempt to kill the Vanguard with the thingy on it. Oh. I kind of want to kill that instead, but... That does create a little bit of a dilemma, but nah, it still makes more sense to do this. Reveal that. Pay the extra. They're not going to attack with anything here. And then we just start getting value. And they're going to be forced to choose on if they want to get rid of Twin Flame Tyrant or a Dracosaur. I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know what a decent hand looks like with this deck. I don't know. Because with that hand we started with, it feels like we shouldn't even be in this game. But, you know, here we are. Let's see. We play this. That gives us a treasure. And then we still have 4 mana. That seems good. So... Oh, actually, or we just do this, right? Yeah, because we have 5 mana. Awesome. That seems unfair. Love that. The 2 perfect cards off the Dracosaur. Yeah, this pretty much just starts locking stuff up, right? I mean, I guess they could randomly play Land Day of Judgment here. That'd be sick. But if not, I'm going to assume that's it. Oh, yeah, that's not going to even get you close. I mean, you shelter. You do what you got to do. But Twin Flame Tyrant's going to have something to say about all this. Yep, you do you, friend. I mean, they already know we have the Twin Flame Tyrant. So can I do that and then Tyrant? I can indeed do all that. That's a little bit greedy. But if I Tyrant, I can't... yeah, I was just thinking, can I do anything else? Let's see. They block here. They take 12, 13, 14, gain 2. Yeah, we can't kill them. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Might as well just play in a way that prevents us from dying to silliness. Because they have to block the 3/1 or they take 6 from that, as opposed to taking 2 from the Servant. So if they block the Servant, then they're going to take 18. And they're going to go to 16. Yeah. Alright, cool. I'm not going to lie. I don't even know. I'm just trying to guess what a good hand is. At this point, I'm just going to keep stuff as long as I have like 3 lands, I guess. Like, I don't know. This feels like it's all defense and doesn't do anything. And if this is another control deck, I don't think we're going to get that lucky twice. That seems a little crazy. But we'll see. Alright, well, I guess we'll play this. Feel free to counter it if you want to. Sure. I'm not that attached to it. So yeah, this is going to be just boring control. This is the matchup we should lose. I mean, our hand was nowhere near aggressive enough. Yeah, we don't even have anything. I mean, we're going to cast this, but I don't expect it to do anything. Mostly because we just got to get stuff out of their hand if we're eventually going to try to get these out. But, you know, cost of doing business and all that. This is a game where, realistically, we needed a Sarkhan or one of our servants or whatever early so that we could at least try to stay ahead. Now I think this is where you're just going to fall behind. Yeah, you're a bit late, Mr. Sarkhan. Don't want to spend some mana here? I just want to make a treasure. You can even Sunfall next turn. Actually, we would try to stop a Sunfall, but you can Sunfall next turn. No, you don't want to stop my Sarkhan. Come on now. Just let it ride. It'll be fine. Why do you want to counter my Sarkhan so bad and draw cards here? All right, I guess this is where we got to counter it, right? And then I'll just show them the same dragon for a Sarkhan streak. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's one in play. All right, go attacking. All right, opponent's at 15. I don't know if that was the best use of a counter there or not, but it seemed fine. It gets us a treasure, so if they sweep the board, we can at least try to play Twin Flame Tyrant. Stock up. All right. Stock up is such a crazy Magic card. Like, there was some stuff that's already been previewed in Edge of Eternities that normally I'd be like, oh, we'd play this card. But because of stock up, you're like, at best, it's stock up numbers 5 and 6. Like, that's just crazy how good a card is sometimes, you know? What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to play this? It would get countered. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, there's a weird chance maybe they don't have a counter, but I can't imagine that's true. Though they let it resolve. I mean, you know what? We play Cavern Souls, and I think we've only seen them in like 2 games. All right. A ride down on our Stormbrood, maybe? No, they're just going to kill our Twin Flame Tyrant. What? Neither? Really? What? I'm going to click in the turn, so, I mean, yeah. So if they do anything here, we'll just respond by shooting them with a Burst Lightning. Like, it wasn't worth it for us to cast it and then get it countered. Yep, exactly. There you go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got him. All right. Yeah, just for quick reference there, so people understand what we were talking about. Had I attempted to shoot them for 2, they could have still countered, and then if they swept the board, they'd still be at 1, and we don't have a way to kill them. Whereas if we wait, they have to act first, and they only have 5 mana. So even if they had a Sunfall, in this case Ultima, then we can kill them before our creatures die. I'm going to be real with y'all. I didn't expect this to work as well as it did. And we beat 2 control decks, which I thought were going to be our toughest matchups. Granted, they get easier if we draw Caverns of Souls, and we didn't. I do still think, though, the deck's going to be in a little bit of a weird place because you probably still want to play like a Pyroclasm type effect for these small creature matchups. However, otherwise the cards aren't going to do anything, say, in the matchups against those control decks. I think there was something in Edge of Eternities, though, that like deals 3 damage to creatures or does another thing, or maybe it destroyed artifacts. I don't know. But keep your eye out on cards like that if you decide to play that. But the deck is actually good, and you can just almost one-shot people on an attack just because of Twin Flame Tyrant, which is awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I'll put the percentage that it won or whatever here on the screen, which is crazy. But in testing, I thought it was going to be like 54% when I started recording. So I don't know. But yeah, dragons, it works. It's a thing. Give it a go. It's fun. I don't know what else to tell you. There's a link in the description. Go over to Moxfield, download it. Buy your stuff over at Tales of Adventure. Save yourself money. Seriously, use my code. 5%'s a lot. And then If you want extra videos or private deck help, be sure to become a member. The video we posted this week was talking about rotation and getting ready and what you should look for. Otherwise, if you want to keep supporting the channel, just watch another video and watch it all the way through because that always helps. That's all I have to do for now. We'll see you next time.